Hi guys, and welcome to Stuff of the Week episode 16. I got this, 16. And would you like to say hi to our lovely listeners, Hawkysu? Hi. Okay, no, I'm not gonna do it. So yeah, I'm by myself this week. Hawkysu is off eating babies. In New Orleans for stuff, eating Cajun food and totally not eating anything involving babies. Nope. So yeah, this is gonna be weird and slightly awkward. Hawkysu told me to get a person to do it with, but it's just wrong doing it with someone else. Secret. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to make this as entertaining as possible. I just realized that if I pause for a long time because I can't think of what to say, there's no one to fill the silence there. That's gonna be awkward and weird but I'm gonna try. So yeah, that was the life of Hawkysu, the Nolans filled one. Life of me. I am still desperately trying to find a summer job and going slightly insane because of the upcoming deadline. What else have I been up to? I sang a Latin version of My Heart Will Go On from Titanic. And speaking of Titanic, I watched Titanic the other day for the first time, and no one told me that, spoiler, Jack dies! I didn't know that! Like, I knew that the Titanic sinks. Duh. Although some people I've heard don't know that there actually was a real Titanic in real life, because really, history, did you not? I don't understand these kids of these days. But yeah, no one told me that Jack dies. I actually didn't cry during that point. I did cry during the movie, but not at that point. Every girl needs to cry at some point during that movie, I think. Yeah, and then I sang a Latin version of it yesterday. It's gonna be published soon. I may pimp it out on my channel. I don't know. And yeah, that's basically what I've been up to. And I've been very lonely without Hawkysu. No. I've been having a great time without him. I've been having parties in this house, and don't tell him. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about my life. This is gonna go really, really quickly. I'm not sure how I'm gonna pad this up. Like, there's no one to converse with. There's no one to bounce my ideas off. And there's no one to make fun of me. That should be a plus, but, let's move on to the next thing, which is weather, I guess. I don't know about in California. I've been periodically looking at the temperatures there. It seems pretty high, like high 60s. I sound like a weather forecaster. High 60s, low 70s as usual. Here it's like, I haven't looked, and also we do Celsius here, so I don't actually take the time to figure out Fahrenheit here. Let me actually do a quick Google conversion to see what it is. Yeah, it's been in the 80s Fahrenheit consistently. Like, it's gross. It's so gross. It's so humid here, and it's so hot. Like, I just want to die. And I have air conditioning. That's how hot it is. It's still really, really hot, even with air conditioning. I still like it better than, being cold. And I actually don't like it better than being cold, because I can handle cold just fine. I like being cold over being hot. It's just I catch colds when it's cold. Like, I get all germy and disgusting. If there were no germs, if there were no such things as, like, flus and colds and pneumonia and, oh, goodness, then, yeah, I would just live in the Arctic. That's where I would live. I would wear short sleeves all the time. That's a great idea. Shut up. Yeah, so that's the weather here. Grossly hot, as always in the summer. And I actually picked out music beforehand this time, so cue the music. You try your best, but it's not quite there. And shut up, I know that the Living Tombstone remix of that came out like so long ago, and the original not remix version came out even further back. But this is a new remix by J Carlson04 on YouTube, otherwise known as Jesse Carlson. I'm not going to say anything. But yeah, I hope you liked it. I liked it. That's why I picked it. Duh! So, moving on to our first person that we are going to look at is a lovely lady from Norway going by the username of Depending. That's actually kinda... She's only been a deviant for 1 year. That's kinda surprising that no one stole that username already. I'm serious, like, I would have thought that basically any word in the English language would have been taken already as a username. Well, like, maybe not some of the more ridiculous words. You know what I'm going to do right now? I am going to look up a word. Floxynosini hilipilification.deviantart.com. Not found! Someone needs to register that. I need to register that. And then someone needs to make a please account of that. But anyways, so, Depending, otherwise known as Christine. She is a photographer and hobbyist. I'm not sure what that means. I know what a photographer is. I don't know what a hobbyist is. But yeah, her gallery is mainly photos. I think they're all photos, actually. Let me confirm that. Hello, computer. Yep, I think it's all photos. Don't kill me if you go to her gallery and then find out that there's like one sketch in there or something. And yes, there are lots of roses in there, Hawkysu. I know you're listening to this. And so, in honor of you, I will pick out my favorite rose photo, and that is red roses, period. It's... I don't know, it's like, I am kind of sick of, okay, don't kill me, Hawkysu, please don't kill me, I'm gonna hide in my closet for a week. I like it because it's not an angle you usually see, and also the water droplets look cool. Well, toss up on whether they look cool or disturbing, I'm kind of somewhere in the middle. But you can't really tell that it's a rose when you first look at it, and then you can kind of see from like the curves and the curvaceous form of, okay. But it's just, it's a novel way of looking at it, and like, I am just a bit sick of seeing roses just plonked in the middle of the picture and just, oh, okay, it's a rose. Yes, they're pretty, but I kind of see them all the time. I can just walk across the street and see them for myself. Why is this? Why is this interesting? Anyways, so this, it's cool. That's all I have to say about it. It's cool. So that's for you, Hawkysu. My actual favorite, and the one that led me to this deviant actually, is called Fire Dot, and there is a sequel to it, but I don't like the sequel as much because there's not as much fire. There's more aftermath of fire, but yeah, I like it. I like fire. What can I say? And you know, I've tried setting roses on fire actually to get a shot of them. Have I? I may have tried once. I don't remember. I remember thinking about it. Like, I had all sorts of weird ideas about what to do with roses and taking a photo of them. But yeah, fire plus plants. They look cool. What can I say? Moving on. Oh wow, this is just going by really, really, really fast. What are we at? We're not even at 10 minutes yet, guys. Well, we might be if I put a song in. I put a song in, so yeah. We just passed 10 minutes, guys. I don't know how I'm gonna pad this out. You can all watch me play Binding of Isaac, I guess. I don't know. I'll put clips of it or something. You don't want to watch me play that. That would be boring. Next lady is from the United States, and her name is Hannah. Her username is Chocolateir. Chocolateir? Is that how you spell Chocolateir? I don't want to look it up. I'm not bored enough to look it up. But yeah, she is also a photographer / hobbyist. I'm really just picking them today. I remember singing. I remember seeing non-photo stuff in her gallery, or maybe that was just like very, very, I don't know what you call it, filtered art, such that they looked like sketches. Okay, I think it's mostly, you know, photography, or if not photography, then digitally altered photographs. But those don't count. It's what the original was that counts. So you can take a photograph and draw on it as much as you like. I don't care. It is still photography. There might be Rose stuff in here. I honestly do not remember. I looked through her entire gallery, but that was a while ago. There are flowers, though, so good enough, maybe, possibly. I am just going to scroll. I'm just going to stroll along here. I'm going to... Oh, I see a rose. So yeah, I'm going to mention that just because. Rose! Obligatory rose mention. It's in the deviation called Tea Party, which is right here. Poke, poke. And yeah, it's a rose in what looks like... Well, it says Tea Party, so I'm assuming that's a teacup. I can't quite... It's so white that I can't, like, the reflection and then the whiteness of the saucer and the teacup are confusing me as to where, like, the teacup ends and where the saucer begins. But yeah, it's a rose. Happy? I like it too. I like all of her pictures. They're just like, I really like high contrast stuff, even though I know how easy it is to make a photo high contrast. But it still looks cool, okay? It makes it look professional. My actual favorite then is I think it's a photo manipulation, and it's Poison. I honestly would have liked this better if the apple were redder, just because, you know, like I was saying just a few minutes earlier, high contrast. But I don't know, I like the Snow White tale. I like all fairy tale things. Like, if you have a fairy tale element to your deviation, you automatically get, like, plus 50 points from me. I'm just slurring all over my words. I'm not drunk, guys, I swear. But yeah, so it's obviously based on Snow White, so that gets plus 50 points from me. And then, you know, it's a cool angle. I've done that angle, actually, before. There's one in my deviation. That's totally not self-promotion. Shut up. And I like apples, despite how much apple imagery is overused nowadays as, like, novelty or whatever. Like, oh god, Twilight. Don't get me started on Twilight. But it's still an apple. I wish it were redder. It's still pretty, though, and there's blood coming off it, and blood also gets, maybe not plus 50, but plus 10 points maybe from me. I am a very disturbing person. Let's just leave it at that. And what are we at? We're not even at 15 minutes yet. So, what do you want me to do? Do a song and dance? I can do that, but I don't have pants on. I mean, I should bleep that out, huh? So I paused for a really, really long time there, although you guys probably won't notice it unless I cut it very badly. It may have just automatically cut it very badly by itself, Audacity. But yeah, I paused to think of what else to do. I mean, I could go over pony news, but that would just be me reading Equestria Daily posts, really. And you guys don't want to hear that. And yeah, there are lots of things I could talk about, lots of things I could do. I could play video games. I'm a gamer girl. That's not a very unique anymore, sadly. Well, sadly for me, because the the title gamer girl is no longer very special, but it's good that we're getting more gamers that are girls out there. But yeah, you guys don't really want to hear me ramble, or I don't think you want to see me, you know, suck at playing at video games. Yes, suck at playing video games. So, I guess we're gonna end it here. I mean, I guess we need a short episode to balance out some of the long ones we've had. Not that, our episodes are normally short anyways, but, or of reasonable length. Anyways, I guess this is good night all. And really, you know what? Just leave comments about what you want to see, like sections you want added and stuff. I'm doing this without Hawkysu's permission, but I'm sure he endorses this. Just like leave comments. Do you want to see us failing at certain video games? We kind of have to own them, and please don't ask us to play like a $60 video game that we don't own. That would be a little inconvenient for us. But yeah, tell us what you want. Do you want Hawkysu tap dancing covered in whipped cream? I would have to probably force him to do that a little bit, but I will try my best if that's what you guys want to see. Yeah. Good night, everybody.